Tonight at 11, this disturbing video just in. The husband of a missing Southland mother caught on camera dragging a large object wrapped in fabric. That video captured just days before the body of this mother of 3 kids was found dumped on the side of the road in the Angeles National Forest. Tonight, an international manhunt underway to locate Josemar Cabrera. Eyewitness News reporter Michelle Fisher joining us live with what we're learning tonight. Michelle?
Well, that victim who was killed, her mother tonight speaking from Peru about the last time she spoke with her daughter telling her that she intended to file domestic violence charges against her husband here in Southern California. That never happened. Her daughter now dead and her son-in-law now on the loose. Troubling surveillance video shows suspected killer Josemar Cabrera passing his neighbor's Ring camera as he pulls a large object wrapped in fabric.
He's dragging like some kind of a blanket with something inside. Probably he had the body in there. That's what I'm thinking.
An unsettling conclusion for Mario Sanchez, the Lancaster neighbor who captured the footage, sharing what he knew about Cabrera and his 33-year-old wife, Shayla Gutierrez, who was found dead in the Angeles National Forest 3 days ago.
I never had any interaction with the husband. He always seems like mad all the time. But with the wife, she was pretty nice.
LA County Sheriff's investigators say the mother of 3's body was discovered over the side of an embankment, wrapped in a similar material as what was seen on the Ring camera. A search for answers in her death and a search for her husband, who is believed to be in Peru. I'm very depressed, but I have to be strong for my grandchildren, says Gutierrez's mother. Cabrera reportedly giving her and other family members various accounts of his wife's whereabouts after she went missing more than a week ago. First claiming she was taken by ICE, later saying she left with another man, and then that she suffered an accident. Those who knew Gutierrez holding a small vigil with signs that read "Justice for Shayla."
Estamos acá sus amigos porque ella no tenía familia aquí en Estados Unidos.
One friend saying in Spanish, because she didn't have family here in the United States, we are her voice in the moment, and that's what we ask for. And as this investigation continues, the LA County Sheriff's Department saying they will be presenting this case to the LA County District Attorney's Office for consideration for murder charges and also to secure the necessary documents for Cabrera's return to the U.S. Anyone with information on this case is being asked to contact authorities. Reporting live tonight, I'm Michelle Fisher, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Michelle
Facing
Fisher,
charges for allegedly killing a 5-year-old boy whose body was found in Panorama City pleaded not guilty today.
Bail for Brixton Malik Gaddis is $2 million. Investigators say Elijah Hearn was found last month in a parking lot in or near a trash bin. He had suffered massive injuries. Eyewitness News reporter Sophie Flay here now with new video and details that we have uncovered today. Sophie?
Mark, Michelle, this is a deeply disturbing story. We saw that alleged killer in court today, but for the first time, we're seeing surveillance video from that deadly night. The man accused of killing 5-year-old Elijah Hearn pleading not guilty in a Van Nuys courtroom today. 20-year-old Bryson Malik Gaddis, the ex-boyfriend of Elijah's mother, talking to his attorney through the door. He's accused of killing the boy last month and disposing of his body in a dumpster. New surveillance video obtained by Eyewitness News shows a man and a woman in Panorama City the night the child was killed on Titus Street, the same street where he was found the next day. One person holding something or someone wrapped in a blanket.
You can see a head and small feet dangling.
Yusuf Rabadi is the owner of E&J Liquor and Market, which backs up to Titus Street. He says a security guard in the area sent him this video. An LAPD search warrant of Gaddis' apartment describes similar footage they've reviewed. It says the victim was wrapped in a multicolored blanket in which he was later found deceased. Bryson was accompanied by Camilla Hearn, the boy's mother. The warrant also says initial indications of blood were found in the bathroom sink, drain, and backsplash, and inside a tote bag on the bed found in that apartment.
Some of my customers, they are the neighbors of the child, and they know that that baby was neglected and abused. So it had been going on for a long time, and people saw something and didn't say anything. So that's why I took the liberty of posting that video.
Bail for Gaddis stands at $2 million. Hearn was questioned by police, but ultimately released. And things got heated outside the Van Nuys courthouse today. After the hearing, the grandfather of Elijah Hearn pulled out a gun in the parking lot. I spoke to him on the phone after that moment. He says his daughter, Elijah's mother, was being threatened. He says he didn't point it at anyone. He used the presence of the gun as a way to tell
Maria,
them.
that woman's boss tells me that he was trying to get answers this summer about all of that missing money, and then just last week, the tragic crime that shocked their community.
I felt like I had no other option but to go to law enforcement.
1 week before police found Emily Long, her husband, and two of their children dead in their Madbury, New Hampshire home, her boss filed this police report detailing theft from his company.
We noticed that there was a lot of handwritten checks in her name personally that were being deposited into her bank account.
Emily was the director of operations for the Wingett's restaurant chain. And earlier this summer, owner Derek Fisher says he started noticing significant accounting inconsistencies.
What we came up with is it started in January 2023. And over a period of that time up until July this year, there was over $660,000 that were taken.
Fisher says he tried to get answers for weeks before turning to police, and he gave it time because he knew Emily's husband was battling a brain cancer diagnosis.
I mean, giving her circumstances with her husband, I was trying to be considerate and patient.
On August 18th, Fisher woke up to the unthinkable. Emily, her husband, and two of her young children were found shot dead in their home, and Emily was suspected of pulling the trigger.
I was completely devastated and heartbroken. I cared deeply for her and her family. I was around all of her children as they grew up.
Emily's third child, a toddler, was not hurt, and now her boss can only focus on that boy and not the financial loss his company has suffered.
Anything that's left should go to that child. He deserves all of it. It's not fair to him. He didn't make this happen. He didn't deserve this.
Investigators emphasize that there is rarely just one motivating factor in tragedies like this, and resources like the 988 Lifeline are available around the clock. Live in the newsroom, John Atwater, WCVB News Center 5.
7 months ago, 17-year-old Caitlin Straight found out she's pregnant with a girl. But on Sunday, an emergency C-section brought the baby into the world after Straight was shot in the head.
The mother didn't even have time to name her own baby.
The Tangipahoa Hope Harris Sheriff's Office says Barry West shot Straight this weekend during a road rage incident on North Hoover Road near Ponchatoula. Straight was in the passenger seat, while her boyfriend, the father of her daughter, was driving. A family friend, Katie, says it's a miracle the baby made it out okay.
She is not even on a ventilator. She is extremely strong and kicking.
The sheriff's office says Straight's family donated her organs after she was taken off life support Tuesday evening. Katie, Straight's family, and many in Ponchatoula are saddened the teen will not have the family she envisioned.
This young woman's life was taken at the most beautiful time period in your life when you're preparing to be a mother. This is something that this girl has dreamed about.
Since Sunday, people across Louisiana have raised more than $20,000 to help Straight's family with emergency baby expenses, like clothes, food, and furniture.
This is actually going to change the economic status of this baby's life.
Meanwhile, the sheriff's office is investigating the case, with West now facing a second-degree murder count among other counts.
The individual that, for whatever reason, whether he was hot-headed or whether he felt like he was justified, his life is done. And when you sit back and look at this, there are no winners. There's just lesser and greater losers.
Reporting in Ponchatoula, Andres Fuentes, Fox 8, Local First.
These are your CBS News Baltimore top stories for August 30th. I'm Dennis Valera. In Baltimore County this week, police now confirm a child, a woman, and a man were the three found dead after an apparent murder-suicide in Catonsville. Police say they received a request for a wellness call Thursday morning. They went to the home on Wilton Farm Drive and no one answered. When police later got inside of the home, they say that's when they found the child and woman shot dead and the man dead from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Police have not yet released the identities of the people who died or a possible motive. But neighbors tell WJZ the people who lived in the home were a couple with a 4-year-old little girl. Neighbors say they often heard the sound of arguing coming from inside the home. Keep in mind, this Labor Day weekend marks the end of the summer pool season. only park pools will be open both days this weekend, and you can see the times when you can go on your screen right now. Now, Labor Day Monday, all park pools will be open from noon to 7 p.m. that evening. For CBS News Baltimore, I'm Dennis Valera.
Police say this is not the first time the man accused of fatally shooting his ex-wife has been in trouble with the law.
We have also learned that the woman who lost her life in today's shooting filed for a personal protection order just last month that was never served. 7 investigator Ross Jones joining us live right now here in studio with how in the world this could have happened.
Yeah, a lot of questions that need to be answered. Good evening to you both. Mario Green was convicted of aggravated stalking back in 2001 and spent 6 years in prison for arson before his 2012 release. But much more recently, his ex-wife said he posed an immediate danger to her, and she went before a judge to stop him.
The cries for help from Latricia Green could be seen in black and white. First, in a personal protection order sought on June 13th, when she said her ex-husband Mario Green was stalking her, that he continued to call my job and threatened to meet employees outside, and showed up to my job and tried to enter my office without my approval to get to me. The judge denied that PPO, but just over a month later, on July 20th, Latricia would seek another. This time, she said her ex-husband's behavior had escalated. Since I was denied, she said, he has now been able to break into my car and cut up my clothes, shoes, and steal belongings from me. And he followed me on multiple occasions and has tried to break my car window. I noticed him following me from Oak Park all the way back to the city and on Woodward and the Boulevard. He continued to try and turn his car into mine and block me off. He has continued to call my job and said he will not stop or stop coming after me. I have tried to be cordial, she said, because I feel that the system has now let me down each time that I have tried to make reports on this man. My father was murdered, and now with this situation, I am now in mental distress and scared, not knowing what to do. I have to constantly look over my shoulder to make sure this man is not following me to hurt me like he has done in the past with physical abuse. I am asking for help before this goes too far, she wrote, and things are too late. This time, the judge granted the PPO, deeming Mario Green to pose a threat to his ex-wife. But there was a problem, according to DPD Assistant Chief Charles Fitzgerald.
Unfortunately, it was not served on her ex-husband, so it almost brings us here today.
Well, according to Wayne County's website, a PPO can be served through a process server or court officer, a third party, or by certified mail. We do not know if Latricia Green pursued any of those methods or if they would have made a difference at the end of the day. But it is so terrifying to read that she more or less predicted this.
It makes your heart sink just listening to you say how many times she pleaded with the court for help and help to save her life.
She clearly saw this coming. Thank you, Ross.